Chairman, you've been provided those. I have one more set on my desk here for the latest activities that I'll get out as quickly as possible. You had also requested, I don't know if you want to do it right now or not, an update on heritage contracts or heritage projects. You want to do that now, or?
I think that's tomorrow, is it? Heritage contracts.
It's not a listed item. It's, you just mentioned that, and I thought this might be.
Yeah.
You mean at the, before the Board of Examiners?
Yes, please, please.
Yes.
Well, I'll start with the fiscal year 10 projects for Nevada Alliance and Hunters Alert. Those, we had change of scope that was approved by the commission. Those have been approved and processed. For FY11 projects, all the contracts have been processed and approved with the following exceptions. Mike Stremler's contract, which was the lion depredation project, that has been processed. That also had a change in scope of work that you approved, I think it was at the last commission meeting. That has been processed, and that has been forwarded, I believe, to the AG's office, and it's going forward to, I'm sorry.
It's headed to budget.
It is headed to budget, yeah. And I believe that should go on to the January Board of Examiners meeting.
Yeah.
The Hunters Alert project and Nevada Alliance project for FY11, those contracts were pulled at the last Board of Examiners meeting by the Attorney General. My understanding, Mr. Stockton may be able to speak better to this than I can, but my understanding is in light of the court ruling, it being recent, she wanted to take some time to confer with her staff, and to the best of my knowledge, those should be back on the January Board of Examiners agenda. I don't know if you have any other information.
It's my understanding they'll be on the December 14th agenda.
Oh, December 14th, okay,
Yeah.
even better.
All right.
That was it.
Okay, let's go.
One of the problems that we have, of course, is that, you know, they're somewhat time sensitive on those projects. Were you aware that the Attorney General was going to pull those off the agenda
No.
before the meeting?
No. Is that,
And is,
Not till the day it happens.
yeah,
but it's your understanding that they will be on the agenda for the December 14th meeting, and the department will be in support of the two?
Yeah, that's my understanding.
Okay.
Very good. Mr. Macbeth.
I don't know if this is the place to bring this up, but in Mr. Dixon's lawsuit, in the decision, there were actual findings that the Wildlife Commission had did not follow proper procedure. I'm not sure the exact terms that the court used. Did not follow proper procedure on the Alliance for Wildlife projects in Area 6. I guess my question is that how can the department, irrespective of the lawsuit and irrespective that that there was no injunction that was issued by the court, now that there's been a finding in a court of law that project was not valid, or that the commission abused its discretion, or whatever the language they used, how can we go forward how can the department go forward with that project?
Sure.
All right. That's a good that's a question. If do you have anything on that, or move on? Boyd. All right, go ahead.
Okay, the findings of that were that the judge would not, and he went to great lengths to explain why, would not grant the injunction on either one of those two projects. And for the most part, in his explanation was because he did not believe that the party that brought it would be successful in getting that injunction. Secondly, there is a discrepancy between what was in the minute, what was set forth in there, and as to what actually happened in the minutes of this commission going back to August. So there's nothing in there that I see that would prevent us from going forward with those two projects. There's no injunction issued. There was no indication that they were not. What the judge said was that was the only project in which he have an opportunity to succeed.
All right.
But you wouldn't find that out unless you go forward with it.
I think we're slightly
That's it.
straying away from department activity, leadership team notes, but we did kind of cover it. Do we have anything else on that?
Just wanted to add for next year's heritage projects, we have put the forms on our website. We've updated those forms to make sure that they're complete per the current NAC. And I understand that my staff had sent out letters to the commissioners and CAB members sometime this week. We haven't received them yet. I'm sure you will shortly.
Okay. Thank you. Yes?
Just on that note, this is not an agenda item, but we do need to, and one of the reasons the judge ruled in our favor was because the commission has always handled the regulations fairly loosely. But I really think, based on what I said last year, that it needs to be a lot tighter this year.
No question.
And so if people are, maybe we ought to put some notice on the website that these projects need to be more in compliance with the statute.
Well, I had my
Regular.
staff actually revise the forms to apply for projects and make sure it was hitting everything that was in NAC. So it'll be much clearer. It was, the forms themselves were very loose before, so.
Could you send that to me, because I'm working on revising the form also?
I'll print them off and give them to you tomorrow. They're already on the website.
You said those were the ones that were sent out to us though this week?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. That being said, we're going to recess until tomorrow at 8 a.m.